All right, I think we can get started. We're just a minute past the hour. Hello, all real estate professionals. Thank you for joining today and attending our training session, Convert More Leads and Win More Business. I'm Nick Ermo, VP of Channel Marketing with Agent Advantage, and today we're going to focus on the marketing tools that Agent Advantage has and is powered by the Total Expert system. For those of you who haven't learned what Total Expert is, Total Expert's platform is a powerful set of marketing tools that were customized for real estate agents and integrated into Agent Advantage. Since their conception, they have been developing industry-leading technology, marketing systems, CRMs, and customer engagement platforms trusted by over 150 companies. Today, with the help of Bill Lage, Total Expert Senior Software Training Consultant, we are going to take a deep dive into the cutting-edge marketing tools to help you grow your business and help you look good. Bill is no stranger to utilizing technology, social, and marketing software to its fullest potential. Currently, his responsibilities include coaching loan officers and real estate agents on leveraging technology to grow their businesses. Bill has been with Total Expert for over 5 years, and he was only their 16th employee. Thank you again, Bill, for joining us today. I think that makes you the perfect person for today's topic. Questions, of course, are welcome. Please use the question box, and we'll do our best to answer all of them at the end of our training presentation. Again, thank you, Bill. I'll let you get started.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. And just excited to be here, first of all. And again, like Nick had mentioned, I was employee 16 at Total Expert, and I'm very thankful that I was able to be a part of this amazing ride that is there. So, hey, Nick, I don't know if you're still on audio, but I hear a background little echo there. So I want to make sure we get that muted. But I'm so excited that you guys are all here. All my agents are here to really do what it says on this slide. It says we're going to convert more leads. We're going to win more business. That's what it's all about. I want to help you amplify your current business by using this amazing platform that's powered by Total Expert, but it's called Agent Advantage. So again, just know that I'm going to show you stuff that you can do on your own. But if you need any assistance, be sure to lean on those VPs that invited you here today for support, creation, and any marketing assets that you may need. Well, hey, let's start diving in because I want to show you some of the pros of this system that you're going to be working with. For instance, here it says on the slide, Agent Advantage has so many amazing benefits. This is your very own marketing operating system. And when I say it's your own, it literally is your own. This is a system that you can have, that you can utilize, that you can put your leads and contacts in there. Your book of business is your book of business. You have the access. You have a ton of amazing things that the Guaranteed Rate marketing team has put together for co-branded print marketing materials that you can create easily and on the fly. And we'll show you how that works here momentarily. Some of the awesome things that Agent Advantage features is the lead capture apps for any type of event you have. Maybe you have an open house, either virtual still, or maybe you actually have an in-person open house coming up this weekend. We're going to show you how easy it is to create a lead capture app to get those people into your system and into your database. We'll show you how to make a single property site, just a few clicks to make a complete website based solely on the MLS information that you put in. And then the print marketing, I could rave about this. You have so many awesome print marketing things inside of the system, and we're just going to just touch on a few things today. Also, Total Expert is there to help guide and support. Not only do we have an in-app support option, we also have the ability to look at all of our help information. But again, don't be scared to reach out to those VPs. They want to help you with your marketing. So some of the things that we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about initially is that CRM, the Customer Relationship Management tool. This thing is going to be where you can have all your leads. You can import as many leads as you want. And then you have the ability to share contacts and leads very simply and easily with your Guaranteed Rate VP. Now, that's only if desired. You do not have to share them. Again, obviously, there's some advantages, especially if these leads and contacts are looking for an amazing experience when it comes to financing their loan. Like any CRM, we do have groups and even smart groups. Smart groups are going to help keep things organized for you by looking at different data points and putting them into these groups automatically on your behalf. You can even save different lists. Maybe you're looking at all your hot leads, or maybe you're looking at different ideas that you want to put things in. Like maybe you're having a party here in the city that you live in, and you want to see all the contacts who live in that city, or all the contacts who work in that city. You can make a saved list to show those people very quickly and easily. and then send any emails to them that you would like. We'll also show you how to do that by making a hot leads list, an open house guest list, different things like that. So we're going to show you that here first when we get into the platform. Then we're going to walk into lead capture apps. The lead capture apps are a simple landing page, as you see on the screen. You can use them on a tablet. You can use them on a smartphone, one of the larger smartphones. That will work great, or just have a laptop. If you have this at your open house inside the front door, when people walk in, you literally say, hey, thank you so much for stopping by. And please sign in. The owners of the home want everyone to sign in. And that way you capture their leads for both yourself and for the VP that you're connected with. Because you have their information on this, it will have their information, and this contact will be shared with them automatically. But once you create this, you can have it physically there, or you can even put it on social media. In fact, if I'm your target audience, you put it on social media, I may sign up for something, and then come Saturday, that open house, I might just stay on the couch. But you still have my lead whether I show up or not. So utilize that social media to get these out there and get people to sign up and register for those open houses that you are doing. And now print marketing, I can't say enough how amazing all the different things are inside of this. There's over 100 plus print flyers at your fingertips. And we're going to show you a couple examples of these, such as a property flyer, how easy to make based on your MLS information that you've already placed into your MLS. And then the infographics. Infographics are really nice for targeted marketing opportunities. Those targeting marketing opportunities are going to be great. So if you have a home that's maybe a little rough around the edges, it's more of a fixer-upper, maybe then you can have how far away you are from the nearest Home Depot. Again, stuff like that on the infographics is going to be very positive. You can even say how close it is to the best school in the area, and we'll show you those today as well. Lastly, single property websites. I know you guys, when you started this webinar, you're going, man, I didn't think I was going to make websites today. Well, tell you what, if I told you it was as simple as one click to make a website, again, you would probably make them as well. Again, it's based on that MLS information. So clicking on the listing that you have to make a website very quickly, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And again, if you are doing this, that's great. You're going to have the ability to do this on your own. But you can always add your VP to it. You can even maximize that relationship with that VP and say, hey, I don't have time to make this. There's a new listing coming out that I just put on the MLS. Would you mind making me a single property website? They will happily do that for you. And then lastly, you can even grab a domain. Let's say you have 123 Elm Street and you go to 123 Elm Street and buy 123elmstreet.com. Our platform makes it easy to add a custom domain to your single property site. All right, with that, let's go ahead and let's jump into the platform and let's start doing today's demo. Now, I got tons of things to show you. This is going to be a kind of fast and furious, but don't worry, I promise it's going to be painless, all right? So first of all, how do I get into Agent Advantage? Well, again, remember, you have to be invited by one of the VPs. Here I'm on the website. It's agents.rate.com, and that's where I've gone. Now, if I did want to sign up, I could click the sign up button at this point, but I do have an account already, and I'm going to click on log in. Now, I've already clicked log in, and I've opened it up in another tab, and now I'm going to log in with my super secret password and my email, and I click sign in, and then here is where Agent Advantage begins. So today, when I was talking about Agent Advantage, this is a very easy interface that's going to help you win more business. It's going to help you amplify your current business. Now, let me show you where we're going to focus today. A lot of the things we're going to focus on today is down here under the co-marketing tab on the left side navigation bar. When I click on co-marketing, you'll see that we have all of these things in little boxes: leads and contacts, lead capture apps, single property sites, and print flyers. Those are the 4 things that I showed you on those slides. We're going to go through each one of these very much in a little bit of just an overview of how to access this and how to utilize them. So first, when it comes to the CRM, that customer relationship management tool, we're going to click on leads and contacts, and it'll open up in a new tab. And it's going to show me all of my information that I have or all my contacts right here. In fact, if I wanted to go back to the dashboard, I can do that by simply clicking this little 3-line button. By the way, this button is called a hamburger button. That is actually the technical term for that. That's not just some cutesy name that we came up with. If I click on that, it'll have a little drop down, and I can click on dashboard. And when I click on dashboard, here is my dashboard. It's showing me all the different things on my dashboard here inside of Agent Advantage. As you see, I have a lot of things going on. In fact, I have 71 new contacts. I've had a import recently, and then I've been contacting them today. So I only have 45 people who I have left to contact from my list. This is the way you want to work your business. Continue to contact those leads as they come in. I have 4 that I've labeled as hot leads that I can now follow up with. If I click on any of these, it will show me those leads inside of the database. I can click on the 2. These are 2 people who opened up emails that I sent out through Agent Advantage. I also have 7 open tasks. Again, no one's clicked on any of my links. I'm glad they're not clicking the unsubscribe. That's a good thing. I do have a way to track my commissions. And so if I have a commission coming up, I can track that information as well. Again, hopefully when you guys have your Agent Advantage account, that's going to be the biggest number you see on the screen. And lastly, I do have 3 co-marketing partners. Again, all of them are VPs that I'm working with at Guaranteed Rate. I click the back button. Now I'm back in my contact screen. So again, from my contact screen, I have a ton of different things that I can do. The one thing I want to show you is this thing right here called saved lists. We all have our preferences when we work. So with that being said, I want to show you how easy it is to save a list of contacts to easily refer to at a later date. So to do that, I want to go over here to the filter button. When I click on the filter button, from the right, it slides in, and you'll see it has both inclusion rules and exclusion rules. I can add as many of these as I want. So if I click on add inclusion rules, maybe I want to see the lead status. Remember we were talking about that before, that the lead status. Let me just go here and type in the word status. And so under here, we click on status, and I'm going to say, I just want to see all my hot leads. By doing the hot leads and I click done, it's going to go through and it's going to show me that I have 4 hot leads over here. It's actually going to live result it for me. I'm now going to click X to remove the filter, but the filter is still engaged. I see that I have 1 filtered option in there. Now I want to save this as my hot leads, and maybe this is going to be the one that I always want to see. I can click on save, and I'm going to click save as a new list. Here I'm going to type in hot lead list. Then at any point in time, I can reference this list, and I can go ahead and, access this at any time. Now I'm not going to make this my default. I'm just going to click create. That way now it's underneath my drop down. I can click hot lead list, and then it's going to show me that. Now, if I wanted to have a default, I can always clear the filter by clicking the reset button over here on the right. And then now it's going to show me all my contacts. In fact, down here, you'll see 1 of 25 of 81. So I have 81 contacts. If I want to save this as my default list, I could do that, but maybe I don't want groups here. I don't necessarily need to see the group section here. Maybe I could click it, drag it, and move it over here to the far right. And maybe I want to see the contacted. I want to see when I last contacted this individual. So again, I can move these columns around. Now this line right here is where I can't move them. I can't move the first name, last name, or the actions button. These 3 things are going to stay put, but I can move these around. Like maybe I want the email first, and then the email second, or email and then the phone number. Lots of opportunities there. Let's save this one as our default list. I'm going to save this as a new list. I'm just going to call this one the default list view. And I'll check this little box and click create. Now I have different lists that I can access. Anytime I come here, it'll show me this default list, but then I can simply go to the hot lead list at any point and see my hot leads. What if I wanted to make another list? Like a list of all my open house attendees. Well, I was able to make a group of people for open house attendees. Well, how do I access groups? Again, I'm going to go back up here to that hamburger button. And if I click on the CRM, you'll see over here on the left, it expands out to things like groups. I'll click on groups, and you'll see I've actually made a few groups already. For instance, I have a potential buyers in a zip code. I have open house at this place right here, 5334 South Western Avenue. And I even have 123 Elm Street. That one's easier to pronounce. So I like these 2 groups right here. I have people in these groups that are going to be people who've gone to my open houses that I've had. Now, if I wanted to follow up, maybe I have another open house that I'm doing this weekend, I can easily email them. So if I go back to my lead list, and you'll see I have 5 people in here, I have 4 people in there, I have 9 people. And that way, if I have a saved list that's just showing me people who are inside of those groups, it'll show me all the people who are in open houses. Let's make a group for the open house people. To do so, I go back to filters. When I click on filters, I'm going to add a rule, and I'm going to say group, because I'm going to say if they're in those groups, I want to see them. I click on group. I can choose one or many. So here I'll say that open house. I could say this open house. So I can check two. I could select multiple. Maybe I have an open house group that's just not connected with the property. So I can select as many groups as possible. And then I click done. So now once I've done that and removed this, you'll see that now I have my 9 people, 1 of 9 showing. These are my 9 people who have been to one of my open houses. I could highlight them all and forward them and send them another email saying I have another open house this weekend at a different location. Feel free to stop by. Again, it's all about that communication, all about connecting. So now if I want to save this one, I could click save, and I'm going to save this as a brand new list. And this one is going to be called my open house attendees list, and click create. So now you see I've just made 3 lists that are available at any time at my fingertips. My default view, which is all my contacts, my hot lead list, which is going to be my 4 hot leads, and some of those people actually went to my open houses, and then my open house attendees list. Again, simply, easily at your fingertips. This is just scratching the surface of some of the stuff you can do with the Total Expert CRM that is inside of Agent Advantage. Now, let's go back. And let's say, hey, we do have another open house this weekend. In fact, we're going to make a lead capture app for that open house. This is something that is a landing page online, and I can use this in any of my marketing. I could put this on my social media channels. I could, have this on a tablet at the open house itself, as long as I have Wi-Fi there, again, because they are putting on an active web page or adding their first name, their last name, their email, and their phone number. Let's go ahead and make one of these. So again, I went here and I clicked on the lead capture app button inside of Agent Advantage underneath the co-marketing area. And then it opens up in a new tab. And so here I actually have a handful of them already created. I'm going to click create. Whenever you want to create something, you're always going to click the plus create button. Once I click plus create, it's going to show me an example of what it's going to look like. It's going to have my logo next to the guaranteed rate logo. So again, it's going to have both of us. It's going to be a co-branded piece. So here I can make the name of it like I'd name a Word document. Let's just say we're going to make one for our open house at 123 Elm Street. So I'll say open house at 123 Elm Street on August, today's the 18th. Let's say we're doing it later today, August 18th. Easy enough, right? Now I already have made a lead source. Again, that's going to be something else that you're going to want to make sure you add a lead source. That's here under the CRM and over here under lead sources. But I made one for this property. When I drop this down, you'll see that I have my open house for different properties here. I can just use this one right here, say this one. So in case of being 123 Elm Street, let's say it's that address there instead. And that way I can do that. The page title is going to be simply words right here in this big white space. So I like to say something nice like welcome. So let's try welcome. Welcome to 123 Elm Street. Please sign in below. Now I would like to make sure to add my VP on here because they're nice enough to provide me with this free Agent Advantage. So I'm going to add Brian to the mix. And again, obviously I want myself on there. But since this is one of my listings, I could use this nice blue, beautiful home. I know all the agents on the call today, this is what your homes look like that you're selling. That's great. Congratulations on those. Those are beautiful homes. But if that's not your home, you can always click on it and you can upload a picture of what it looks like. So let's say this is actually 123 Elm Street. And I can say use image, and now that's going to be the background on this landing page. I click save landing page, and that is it. Nothing to it. Easy, easy, easy. In fact, here it is. It's at the very top. Open house at 123 Elm Street. If you guys want to see what it looks like, simply click the view page right here. When I click view page, there it is. There's your logo, and then there's the guaranteed rate logo. Here's that one line of text. Welcome to 123 Elm Street. Please sign in below. Name, phone, and email. And are you working with a real estate professional? This is a good question to ask. That way you're going to know if they're already working with someone. If they say no, hey, sign them up, get them under contract. If they do say yes, they have to add the real estate agent's name that they are working with. And then, maybe you want to follow up with that agent, just let them know that, hey, thanks so much for sending your client to the open house that I was running. Again, all this is very helpful information. So then I go here and I type in, let's say Jack Bauer stops by because he's looking for a new home, and he gives a phone number. Again, yes, they can put in fake information, and I can say jb@totalexperts.com as an email address. They click register. It says, thank you for registering. Message sent successfully. And then it goes in. And not only does John have this lead, yourself, you have this lead, but because you added Brian as a co-marketing partner, your VP will also get this lead shared automatically. So if you add your VP, they will also get the lead. Now, how do I know that that person is there? Well, I can go back here to the CRM, leads and contacts, and we can see all the different contacts that are coming in. And right here, Jack Bauer, he's at the top. It's sorted by when they were created. Right here, Jack Bauer is in there. If I click on his name, I can see that he came in from the open house, got his information in there. It was shared automatically with Brian, and it even put him into that group that I created because of that lead source that I had in place. Now I can follow up. Maybe he is a hot lead. And maybe, I was talking to Jack, he already has financing. So in that scenario, then maybe I should just not share it with Brian. Again, you have the ability to share leads and not share leads. This is your book of business. I want to make sure that you understand that this is your database and you have the choice to choose to share as needed. Awesome. I hope that was awesome. Again, you saw how easy it went. And again, it only took me a minute or two to create. So always look at the different lead capture apps that are available and give it a try. Now I got two more things that I want to highlight today during today's webinar. One is property flyers. Property flyers. These are amazing. I highly recommend checking out all the things that you have in there. This is also going to go hand in hand with print marketing. But if I click on property flyers first, it's going to show me all the different property flyers that I have available inside of Agent Advantage. The first thing you're going to see is, holy cow, look at all the stuff, because 236 different marketing pieces, print flyers, 173 of them, direct mail postcards, 50 direct mail postcards. We even have 12 every door direct mail postcards. These are where you can create a postcard, place it on one of the mail carrier routes on their car, and it'll be placed in every mailbox along their route. And we even have a brochure inside of this account here. So lots of good stuff. The buyer's guide, very nice, right? Let's go ahead and click on the print flyers. We're just going to look for print flyers. Now you'll see that you have two different search boxes here. The very top box is to search for names or emails. So you want to make sure to use the secondary one. And here I'm just going to type in the word listing. When I click on listing and click search, it's going to show me all of mine that have the keyword listing in there. And so listing or property flyers, those are going to be keywords that are inside of here. I see that it has a bunch of different ones that are available. Even has some of our infographics there. So yeah, this is a great way to do this. Now, there are some ones that are going to be loan scenarios. Your VP does need to do the loan scenario ones because they're connected to a pricing engine. But this one here, if you just want to click on it and see what it looks like, oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is a beautiful flyer that's created, and I can easily create this one on demand. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me show you how easy it is to create this flyer. To start, I either click on the name, or I go to actions and I click select. Once I click select, it starts the process. Now, first thing you're going to notice is because I signed up for Agent Advantage and I added my MLS number and which MLS I belong to, it's showing me all the listings that I have currently listed. Now, if you happen to have a listing that is not showing up for some reason, you can always do the optional search by MLS. So here I got an optional search for MLS down here. I can simply put in the MLS number and click search, and it'll go and it'll find that listing. Well, in today's market, things are not staying on the MLS very long. So the one that I had prepped is no longer showing up. So again, I will just show quickly how I can just go and click on my name, and it's going to show me all my listings that I have. I can also show active listings, pending listings, and sold listings as needed. But I'll just do active listings for this example. So here are all my active listings. If I go down here and click on one of them, like this one here in Lake Forest, Illinois. When I click on it, it will place that check mark on there. Now I am able to grab that information and put it into this flyer. Now I do have a few things here. Again, I do have the user profile. Again, I'm going to use Brian again as my connected co-marketing partner. He's my VP. I want to make sure that he is added to this flyer. And then lastly, I can choose my disclaimer based on the state. So I do have one that's there. I'm just going to click on that and click Customize and Publish. It grabs the information from the MLS and it pulls it into this flyer. And there, look at that. It made the flyer really on demand in front of my eyes. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's go ahead and look at this a little closer. Now you'll see that some of this is editable. I could say, you know what, new listing at, you know, or something like that, right? You can edit a little bit. It's got the external picture and the interior pictures. Now, I can change any of these pictures. If you don't like this picture, maybe I don't want any exterior pictures. I click on it. These are all the pictures from the MLS listing itself. Oh, isn't that cool? Like I could grab this one. Now, this house has a lot of empty rooms, so it might not be the best. Maybe you want to have an exterior picture for that one. But look at all this. I mean, even this picture here is very beautiful. Maybe I'll put that one as the main picture. And then down here, I will go down and change it. Because I can change it to anything I want at this point, right? So we'll do this kitchen photo. That's a nice picture too. The kitchen looks very nice. So lots of opportunities here to really highlight some of the beautiful things about this listing. A couple more things. We do have the beds, the baths, and the square footage. Again, if you don't like the .00, you can just take one out, or heck, take both the dot and the zero out. This is the MLS blurb. If you guys like to make those things very lengthy, sometimes they do run a little bit long. Like here, the kitchen is open. Well, that does run long. I'm going to have to edit that down a little bit. So yeah, this one's quite wordy. And so I'll clean that up a bit. I can also change it, like I can highlight, I can bold it, italicize it, change the font points. I could even change the color if I want. Maybe I'll make it, just for example purposes, bright pink. Okay, that doesn't look very good. But that's kind of how you can do it. You can edit this as much as you want, or as little as you want. But then Brian's on there, John's on there. You guys, all of your information from your accounts, and it's very easy to do this. Now, once you click Save First Draft, this is saved in your saved area inside of your account. And then Brian will also have it in his saved. He can go in there and he can also make edits if you would like. But then once you're happy with this, to lock it down, you click Publish. Now it says, once you publish, you'll no longer be able to make changes. So that's an important piece. You click OK, you've now made this. And then under your Actions button, you could print and ship. You could actually order it and have it physically printed and shipped to your address. Most people are just doing PDFs. So we're going to click on Generate a PDF. It renders the PDF right there on demand for you. And once you have this PDF, you have 3 different options. You can download it. If I download it, it'll save it to my desktop, and then I can email it out. I could print it on my high quality printer that's right here next to my laptop, or I can grab this link. This link is a clickable link, meaning if I put this link out there, people can click on it and they can see this. In fact, let me go ahead and just put that inside of the questions area or the chat area. And that now you can click on that link and you should be able to see the exact same thing that I see currently. Again, quickly and easily. Again, we're doing a 45-minute webinar today, and we're going to go through all these things quickly. I'm going to show you how easy these things are to complete. Now, the other one that I did want to highlight before we get into the single property websites is under property flyers again. We can find an infographic. Now, what is an infographic? In case you weren't aware of this, infographics are one of the things that are very social media friendly. So highly recommend doing a search for those. So I would say infographic is one of the things I search for. Again, I knew they were coming up when I typed in listing too, but here's the 4 infographics that are inside of my account. If I click on it, like this one will show the walk scores and different things. Here's a school and different options. So again, I can easily do something along these lines. Here's a 2-page one that has a bunch of different things here, the neighborhood report in the back. But a lot of agents have told me that they love these. Now let me show you how easy it is to make one of these. Again, not only do we have the one with walk score, we also have one with schools. So again, it has like, an elementary, a middle, and a high school. We could do those. Those are definitely ones that I would recommend checking out, but let's just go ahead and make one quick. Actions, select to start the process. Once it comes up, again, I can choose any of my listings. I'll choose a different listing this time. I'll choose this one over here. Once I click Customize and Publish, it grabs that information and it pulls it in. And actually, look at that, I forgot to add my guaranteed rate VP. See, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna make sure that he is on there. So I'm gonna choose Brian again, and hope he doesn't get mad that I forgot him that time. I'll click customize and publish, and now it's gonna add Brian to this flyer. So we'll go ahead and do that quick. And so there, now you'll see that at the bottom, yep, Brian made it this time. I hate to leave anyone behind that way. But here's all the things. Again, walk score, park score, grocery score. Look at that. Those are actually good scores. If I click on it, I do have the ability to edit these. So if I click on it, you'll see that little button there. I can swap it with any other score, like a convenience score, a drink and dine score, shopping score, culture score, or school score. Let's go and do culture score. Look at that, 91. Ooh, this is a good place to be. And then maybe I don't want the grocery score. It's hard to say a grocery score. I can click on that and I can say maybe you want to do drink and dine. And so there, now it's 66. So again, I can edit and change those as needed. Over here, it looks like we got no rating for the School of St. Mary. Again, same rules apply. I could double click on it. I can choose a different school. This is from greatschools.org. And look, there's another one called the elementary school right here. And here's the middle school. Down here is another elementary school. We'll just choose this elementary school because this is still in the school district for that home. So we'll choose that one. Now you'll see it has a 7 out of 10. That looks a lot better than a no rating. Here we have a dog park and a wildfire restaurant. So again, I can click on these. I can swap them with anything. Like maybe I'm really focused on giving this out at a men's group or people who are bowlers, right? Could happen. So I could click bowling alleys or gyms. For all the ladies who want to run, we want to have the gyms out there or parks. Again, we want to have the parks, we can do that, or nightclubs. Depending on who I'm targeting, I could choose different things, right? So I'll click on, let's just do gyms for fun, and you'll see it updates the thumbnail, and then I can choose the different gyms that I want to highlight. So right now it's showing me a Lifetime, which is 6 miles away. Again, I can go to the results and choose a different one as needed. Maybe I want to do LA Fitness. Maybe I'm fond of them over Lifetime. Again, depending on who you're targeting, right? Same thing applies to this one. Again, I could do zoos, bakeries, stadiums. Maybe they want to know how far away a certain stadium is from this location. So again, all these things. So Farwell Field is really close, but maybe I want to actually find one of the major stadiums, so I can find down here and see what we got available. So a lot of different stadiums available, right? So choose any of the ones that you want. It's going to be definitely an important piece to it. Now this one has the same picture twice. Well, I don't want that. So I can click on that and choose a different photo to use that. So again, stuff like that, you want to make sure to do that, and definitely change the header text. Even say, do not miss out. Again, you guys are better at this part of it than me. Again, saving the first draft puts it in my saved inside of my account. And then now it's in both my account and it's in Brian's account. Once I click publish, it locks it down. No more changes can be made. And now I can render this into a PDF. And once I've made it into a PDF, I can then email it, I can print it out, or I can use that link that it creates right here and send that out to different people. Now, the last thing that I want to focus on today as we are wrapping up slowly is single property websites. Under the single property sites, we click on this icon right here, and we're going to go into the place where we can now make a single property site based on my MLS information. All right, so I clicked on it. It's bringing it up. Now, here's all the different sites I've made in the past. Well, I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to simply click plus create. This is a brand new listing. And now you'll see it shows me all my listings quickly and easily right there at my fingertips. Just because I haven't done a $2.5 million single property website in a long time, I'm going to do this one. All I do is click on it, and then it makes me a website without doing anything else. How is that? That's the easiest thing you've ever done, I'm having a feeling, right? Making a website by just clicking it one time, easy. No slaving over the computer all day. Again, and if you don't want to do this part of it, work with your VPs. Your VPs will happily help you out. Now, I did say one click, but there is some editing that I would recommend you doing. For instance, make sure that you add yourself to it, right? So here, John Smith, I better add John Smith by clicking add. Now John is on there. And Brian, I want to make sure to add Brian because we've been working with Brian pretty exclusively today on the webinar. So now Brian and yourself are both on this single property website. There are some different templates. I do recommend checking out the modern template. The modern template is a beautiful template. In fact, let me show you how awesome this template is. I'm going to go to Actions, and I'm going to click Visit the Website. And it's going to open up the website. Here's the URL right here. And this is a beautiful home, and the photos are going to take a little bit to load. But this is the URL right here. In fact, I can share this with everybody inside the chat if you guys want to take a peek at it. But here now it's got these little full screen slider. So whether it's on a mobile device or a laptop like I'm on, again, it's very easy to scroll through all of these different pictures that came in from the MLS. We do have the social share icons that are there. And if I scroll down, it's got the MLS blurb, has a virtual tour link, it's got the pinpoint on a Google map, it's got all the necessary information. And then look, it's got the get in touch. And if they fill this out, they're going to be a lead for both you, the agent, and your guaranteed rate VP. How's that for easy, easy, easy? Nothing to it. I didn't have to upload anything. I didn't have to do anything other than basically click on the one I wanted, and it made me a website in front of my eyes. Now, there is a few more things that you can do. Like you can add a banner. In fact, you can add coming soon. And if I go back here to the coming soon and refresh it, you'll see that that banner will show up here in the top right corner. Hit refresh this time. There it is. Coming soon. See it first, right? And so I can add any banner that's there. And maybe eventually, hey, tell you what, you're working with a VP from Guaranteed Rate. It's going to get sold. They're going to help with that financing. It's going to be done deal. And because of that, it's going to be sold. And then what you can do is you can turn on the force registration. What does force registration do? Well, that makes this into a lead capture app. Now it's requiring people to fill out their name, their email, and their phone number to see any of the data, go through the pictures to check this out. So again, this will become a lead for both you and your VP. I'm going to shut that off because, again, I would only do that after it's sold, because again, that's a trophy case of your wins, right? You can change some of the information, like all this information. If any of the MLS information was incorrect, you could edit that here. Here's the MLS blurb. Again, you can always change the order of the photos. You can remove photos if you want, depending on how you want to have this site. The last thing on this is down here under the publish. This is the address for the site. So 1220 Elm Tree Road. I could always put in here that, this is my listing. So I could put in John Smith, and that way I know that it came in from my single property site, SPS for short. And that way I know that anything comes in. And I can also buy a domain name. Right now it's all going, as you see, to sites.totalexpert.net. But maybe because of this one, I want to buy 1220 Elms Tree Road. Right? If I want to buy this as a domain, I can actually buy that inside of here and then choose it from the drop-down list. Again, the domain, no one's getting money for that except for the domain registrars. We're not getting a cut of that. Again, you want to make sure to just manage the domains and add that. So again, I think it's like $11 for a year, right? And so easy enough. If you want to buy those, that's optional. Feel free to do that. Now, if you have any questions through any of that stuff, if you have any issues, down here we do have our live chat Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any technical issues or you want to know more about the domain stuff, again, if you have any questions, reach out to them. They're replying under 3 minutes. These are people here in Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul area, and actually nationwide. We do have a few people who are now working remote because you know what, the world's gotten smaller because of the online and the internet. So feel free to work with them. Again, they're actual people who are going to help you out and get your answers that you need. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, well, let's go back in here. And I just want to share some of my best practices before I turn it back over to Nick. So again, here, accept that invitation. Join Agent Advantage. Your VP, if they have not already, they're going to send out an invitation to you and invite you to have this. Remember, it's absolutely free. This is something that is a simple thing. It should be a no-brainer. Because if you think about it, maybe you're paying $50 a month right now for your CRM. Save that money. Having this as your CRM to see all your hot leads, the people who are going through all these things, and working closely with your VP at Guaranteed Rate is going to be a huge thing. But create and share things like single property sites, open house lead capture apps, co-marketing materials on demand. Use social media. Put that information out there. and join the Facebook group, Agent Advantage Insider. There's a lot of good tips and tricks inside of that Facebook group. Then lastly, communicate. Communicate with your VP. Make sure that you are always talking to them because they're going to help you. That's why they're there. So with that, I'm going to turn it over back to the Guaranteed Rate team. And Nick, if you want to go ahead and take it from here, or whoever is queued up. Again, remember, we do have support Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then there's tons of good things inside of the system.
Bill, thanks so much. That was a ton of just great info. Thanks for sharing your expertise. Obviously, you summed it up a lot better than anybody else could have. You're just awesome at that. For sure, we have a couple questions coming in. Bill, do you mind sticking around for a minute and we'll go through some questions really quick?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Awesome. So actually, I got a tremendous amount of people saying how cool this is. So I think we're going to get a lot of people to sign up. So that's awesome. But maybe can we revisit how you can edit the lead capture app on the sites?
Yeah, no problem. Let me go ahead and jump back into the platform here quick. So if I go back to the lead capture app, again, to do that, I simply go back to my co-marketing section inside of Agent Advantage, go to lead capture apps. And then inside of here, we click on create. And so to make them or edit them, I create a new one. Otherwise, if I wanted to edit one, like say I made a mistake on the one that I made earlier today, I select it and I click update selected. And then I could change that if I change something here or made a change the background image. So again, I have the different things. I do have a home valuation one, like what's my home worth in the Chicago, Illinois area. Again, a lot of people like that. Real estate agents really love that as well. But is there a specific thing that you wanted me to show how to edit that, or?
Just getting back into it was the question, but thank you for showing us on the screen share. I think it was important. That pencil icon can be a little bit difficult to find on the first try.
Yeah, it's not going to be there unless you select one, and you only have to have one selected. If you have multiple, it's not going to be there. So yeah, once you select one, go ahead and click update selected.
That's great. Thank you for sharing with that. Here's another one. How can I add my contacts through a CSV file?
Yes, that's a great thing. So for in doing an import, I would recommend leaning on the chat box, going to product support, and then saying, I have a CSV file. Can you add them to my account? They will help you and they will get those imported for you.
That's great. That's a great win right there. Save yourself the trouble and
Yes.
let somebody help you.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it.
So here's a question for you. Can you create a one-page website if the agent is not an Agent Advantage co-marketing partner yet? So I'm thinking that that's a VP
website
asking if they can create one without a co-marketing partner.
Yeah, that's a great question. So if it's a VP asking, the answer is yes. You could actually even look up one of your potential co-marketing partners, look up one of their listings. All you have to do is search for the MLS. And then once you grab that MLS number, you can actually make this and then literally send it over to them and say, hey, I'm just waiting for you to sign up so I can add you to this website. I mean, it is that easy to do. Obviously, without their permission, you can't use that then for promotions, but you could do that as a demo and show then the agent the power of the system, the Agent Advantage system.
Great to know. Thank you, Bill. Real quick, if somebody's looking for a refresher or a tutorial or a video, can you remind our agents where to go to find that information?
Yeah, so again, we have a ton of different things inside of the Agent Advantage platform. So I do recommend, always looking on there for different information and such. That Facebook group is another good place to go. But if you wanted to see things like here, we do have help and support right here inside of the Agent Advantage menu that I do recommend doing it. That's going to be an email address that you can use. We do have coaching platform as well, and things like that are going to be very important to double check, right? But one of the things that I do like to show off is if I go back here to co-marketing and I go into this, even like leads and contacts, right? To go to the dashboard itself, when I click on the dashboard, we do have different options here to look at different things. So again, you can always reach out to our chat box. We do have getting started, best practice videos, activity stream. So all these different things are going to be inside of there to kind of have availability to see those different things. But if I click on the little button here, go back here. We do have things like, let me see if I can find it here. Again, you'll have to forgive me. I am not an agent advantage person. I am a total expert person. But let's see here. We do have something called the Training Resource Center that you do have access as well. And so we'll get to that link here in a moment. So,
And of course, if you want a refresher of what Bill showed us today, we are recording this and we will have this available, and we'll send this out as an email to all of you that's participated, just in case you want to watch it all over again. I know I do. Can't get enough of this stuff, Bill. Thank you so much again. We really
my
do
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Yeah, my
I've got
pleasure,
one
Nick.
more question that might be a good one to get through really quick while we're still here.
Sure.
If I have more than one co-marketing person, or if I'm working with more than one VP, how
Mhm.
do I switch my co-marketing partner?
That's a great question. So if I wanted to do that, again, inside of Agent Advantages, when I'm like doing a property flyer, let's say that I'm going to work with this VP for this one, or this VP, depending on maybe where they're located, or however, again, depending on the relationship that I have, right? So again, if I want to put a different person, there is a drop down option. So here under, I'll just grab this one here under FHA Appraisal Checklist. You'll see that I have 3 different people who I'm connected with. I can choose anyone to put on this flyer next to me. So as long as I have a connection with them, it'll do that. So
That's really easy. And we encourage people, if you do have questions, of course, Bill's done a great job today trying to get through some of the most popular ones. But if we missed you, or if there's anything else, we do have a support channel on Agent Advantage. If you just email agents@rate.com, we can also go ahead and help you out through any of your questions. And Bill, if you want to just go to the next slide here really quick, we want to make sure that everybody's aware that there is a master class on agent excellence coming up on Wednesday, September 15th. So please, if you enjoyed the content today, if you like our kind of monthly discussions and webinars, please don't be a stranger. Make sure that you sign up and register for that next event. And of course, on our next slide, we just want to make sure that we give everybody an option to contact us and get support from any one of our guaranteed rate company families. And again, we're here to support you. So Bill, once again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the time that you spent today trying to get through all these questions and showing us just all the benefits that Total Expert has to offer our agents. And again, if you guys have any questions, if you haven't already signed up for your free account, make sure you get that done. Make sure that you accept that invite from your VP. And also, I think we covered it, but make sure that if you're not already part of our insider group on Facebook, please join us at Agent Advantage Insider, where you'll get the exclusive content and industry information that you might not find anywhere else. So, Bill, thanks again. Any last words?
Nick, thanks so much. Again, at the end of the day, this is a free system, and the best system in the world is one that you use. So if you have not connected with your VP at Guaranteed Rate, highly recommend taking that first step, and they can assist you. They will even guide you. They'll make some of these things for you on your behalf initially. So yeah, you jump in there and have fun. We want you to make more money and really leverage that this tool.
Beautifully said, Bill. Thank you again for your time. We really look forward to seeing all of you participate in our next meeting. And Bill, is there any way that if they're still struggling, or if they have any questions, is there a good place to go on Total Expert's site that you can share with them really quick as a last ditch effort, if there's any last questions?
Yeah, no worries. If there is any questions, again, use that chat box initially. I recommend that. And then go ahead and ask them. They actually have an email, which is support@totalexpert.com. That's probably the best way to do it. So just using support is going to be there. Otherwise, if we go into the actual site itself, let me show you. I go to Total Expert, and I'll go to .com and /training, totalexpert.com/training. It's going to bring in a lot of different things inside of here. We do have some additional trainings that are there, a whole bunch of different information. So highly recommend checking that out as well.
That's great. Thanks again, Bill. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.